fucking fish. So he is a delight. And he's sitting at something, I'm not sure what it is. Oh yeah, one of these days. So welcome guys, welcome to Wellington Zoo. Oh, fussy day, buddy. So what we have here is a slightly old, slightly fussy pelican. Come back here, buddy. Good. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to warm up. So that's great news, and he is entitled to do that. Ooh. So what's happened is he should be eating whole fish. Lanky here is a hunter of fish. I'll show you a bit about that soon, but right now, like everyone, they have their hungry days and their non-hungry days. This is really benefiting the ducks quite a lot though, they're pretty happy about this. So he's been eating up a storm recently, so that's alright, he's entitled to have a day or two when he's not too interested. I'll start throwing it in the water so he can, so I can show you exactly what he's all about. So Lanky here, he's certainly got his routine sorted out. So he is very, very cool. He's a bit of a star. He's actually Wellington Zoo's oldest resident and has been here the longest as well. So around late 70s. You gonna eat it? Good. So late 70s, he ended up at Perth Zoo. And they had, after a big drought there, approximately 200 of these guys. And that is a very, very large and noisy group of pelicans. So very cool. Sorry if I pause it, but I just have to make sure he's going okay. You're a rascal. And sometimes just a little bit of movement adds to his motivation when he's not too hungry. He's designed to be catching live prey, so live fish. And obviously catching live fish is very difficult. So sometimes, just to have a bit out of his way, have the ducks competing for it a little bit, inspires a little bit of excitement. Sometimes the ducks just get it as well. So very cool. So, as well as being Wellington Zoo's oldest resident, he's also the only pelican in the country as well. So he is very, very special in those terms. But what makes him super special is the ability of him to catch fish that I throw to him. There are very few animals that can do it. The otters and the monkeys are the first ones I think of. But this guy here has the ability to catch and his ability to just see what kind of fish he's getting and whether he likes it, whether he enjoys it is absolutely amazing to me. So I've only got the one fish today. Sometimes I have a variety of fish. And I can throw them all out, scatter them all out. You can see the exact one he wants. Usually salmon is his favourite. And he'll be able to pull that one out of the air. So that is just an amazing, amazing feat. A very cool attribute to have. And a lot of that's to do with his eyes. And he looks a little bit strange. Everyone comments, oh, his eyes look quite unusual. And that's because for a bird like this, to have them orientated quite far around to the front of the face there, gives them depth perception. So very cool. So he can see stuff that's moving where he's going to be. He can get a really close look at it before he is able to snap at it. And what he snaps at it with is one of the largest beaks in the entire bird world. So 7 or 8 different types of pelicans. And Australasian pelicans have the largest beaks. And for him to be over 35, it's thought he was, because he was from the wild, he was a couple of years old when he first came. So he's over 35, which is very old for a pelican. Oh, who saw those reflexes? That is so cool. So he's got one of the big especially he doesn't really work his muscles out much. He'll stand on this stump here and flap his wings a bit, leap off, get a bit of air. He'd be a bit big to be up in the air and flying around too much. But he is very interesting like that, because these pelicans, out of all the pelican species, they don't dive. You see on TV, especially South America, Central America, they'll be getting along with the water, and then suddenly dive into the water. These guys here, there's a few different up to Asia, sort of white pelicans, closely related ones, and they don't dive at all. They just purely use their necks and their large beaks to catch fish and pluck them out of the water there. How they do that is with that massive beak of theirs, and all that skin under their beak is amazingly elastic and flexible. So they can hold litres and litres of water. It's just the safest way to catch fish, make sure they don't escape. So it's basically just one very large fishing net. And what he's got after that, which a lot of other birds that catch fish have as well, is that massive hook at the front. And you'll see if I can get him going. It's the way he uses that. He uses his beak to catch it. And as he pulls his beak up, he filters the water out the sides. And then make sure it's in the hook, and then he uses his beak, which is very, very sensitive, as you can see when he spits stuff out, to just see what kind of fish it is, what it's made of, whether it's going to taste nice, and especially whether it has any spines or scales that are going to cause trouble. So you'll actually see him, occasionally we get him swallowing whole fish, mainly salmon, like I say, and he'll manipulate it in his mouth so it's going to go down head first, because we don't want any fins and various spines, fish defences to start catching and getting in the way. So it's just got this amazingly sensitive beak. A lot of birds do. When I work with the carpers, New Zealand parrot, we put new stuff in their clothes to keep them busy, and they'll actually rub it with their beaks to test it all out, see what it's made of, and see if it's edible, and especially see if anything's under it they can rip through to get. Well, very cool. So cool, that's pretty much it from me, guys. Is there any questions about Australian pelicans or lanky in particular?
I was just wondering, are the ducks, do they belong to the zoo, or are they just free?
Free ranging. They come and go. It's the largest collection of ducks I've seen for quite a while. So I think maybe it's duck shooting season and they've turned up here.
The little ducklings as well.
Yeah, very cool. We get a few of those. The favourite with the kids, I'll be honest. And they can be the coolest collection of exotic animals going around. The kids are just spending their time with ducks.
You said he doesn't fly, but is there a problem before of him maybe getting out? Because it's not exactly a high fence here.
Yes, exactly. He's been out and about, wandered around a little bit. Doesn't these days, and he goes through these phases where he gets a little bit snappy at people. So these safety guards installed as well. But yeah, he's delightful. Just occasionally gets a bit excited. Very cool though. So these guys can live, you know, very large flocks or just small family groups, depending on how much food's around. But they're not a social animal at all. They've got sort of one vocalisation, and that's about it. We had a female here with them for about 20 years. And, his behaviour didn't change after she unfortunately died. So he's very happy chasing monkeys and eating fish. Pretty much how he spends his days. Competing with ducks. Just so delicate, eh? The ability to pluck fish like it. It's very, very cool. Cool guys, that's about it from me. We'll be sort around here for a little bit longer picking up fish. But if no more questions, I'll see you all next time.
Yes.